The Pitchsider. Pitchside for every game.
Hello and welcome back to the Pitchsider NFL Podcast. Sorry, last week there was no episode. We did mention before we were on holiday. So this week we will go through the latest games from week 5 and 6, and then also give you an update of all the tables, and then go through the takeaways from week 6. So let's get started with week 5 games. So the Bears beat the Commanders 40-20. The Jaguars beat the Bills 25-20. The Texans lost to the Falcons 21-19. The Lions beat the Panthers 42-24. The Colts beat the Titans 23-16. The Dolphins beat the Giants 31-16. The Saints beat the Patriots 34-0. The Ravens lost to the Steelers 17-10. The Bengals lost to beat the Cardinals 34-20. Eagles Eagles beat the Rams 23-14. The Jets beat the Broncos 31-21. The Chiefs beat the Vikings 27-20. The 49ers beat the Cowboys 42-10. The Packers lost to the Raiders 17-13, with the Seahawks, Browns, Buccaneers and Chargers all on a bye week. Coming to this week, the Cowboys and the Chargers are to play on Tuesday night. Chiefs beat the Broncos 19-8. The Ravens beat the Titans 24-16 in the London game. The Commanders beat the Falcons 24-16. The Vikings beat the Bears 19-13. The Bengals beat the Seahawks 17-13. The Browns beat the 49ers 19-17. The Texans beat the Saints 20-13. The Colts lost to the Jaguars 37-20. The Dolphins beat the Panthers 42-21. The Raiders beat the Patriots 21-17. The Lions beat the Buccaneers 20-6. The Rams beat the Cardinals 26-9. The Jets beat the Eagles 20-14. The Bills beat the Giants 14-19, with the Steelers and the Packers on a bye week. So having a look in the standings, currently the Miami Dolphins top the group with the Bills, Jets and Patriots in the AFC East. In the AFC North, the Ravens are top of their group with the Steelers, Cleveland Browns and Bengals. In the AFC South, the Jaguars are top of their group with the Colts, Texans and Titans. In the AFC West, the Chiefs are top with the Las Vegas Raiders, Chargers and Broncos. Moving to the NFC East, the Eagles are top of the group with Dallas behind them, with Cardinals and the Giants at the bottom with a 5-1. The Detroit Lions are currently top in the NFC North, followed by the Packers, Vikings and Bears. In the NFC South, the Buccaneers are top with the Falcons, Saints and Panthers. And the 49ers are top their group with the Seahawks, Rams and Cardinals. So looking fairly good for a number of teams, and then not looking good for a few other teams. Standing out is the Patriots, the Broncos, the Giants, the Bears and the Panthers and the Cardinals. All the teams bar the Panthers have won 1 game and lost 5, where the Panthers have lost all 6 games so far. So moving on to some of the takeaways from this week. The 49ers and the Eagles are undefeated no more. Both of these teams lost this week. Despite being undefeated at 5-0 in Cleveland, the 49ers were stunned as they fell to the Browns. The Detroit Lions are still juggernauts. There are fairly few teams who don't look to have much fun as the Lions are playing football these days. They're leading the NFC North for good reason, and Lions held the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to just 2 field goals as they dominated their game 20-6 to win, and improving to 5-1 for the season in a game fueled by the strength of their defence. The Jets' defence called the game to ruin the Eagles' undefeated streak, with the 49ers handing their first loss of the season. The Eagles were also left alone, team standing as they matched up to the Jets. In the 12th prior against the Eagles, the Jets had never won in a year where they lost their starting quarterback. In the first drive of the season, it seems possible to take down the NFC champions. In the game, New York's offense was average at best, but down with 2 minutes left to play. Jets safety Tony Adams jumped en route, snatched the ball from the tight end from the Eagles and returned it 45 yards to win them the game. The Jaguars rule the AFC South Kingdom. On the outside, the AFC South probably doesn't look the most glamorous of conferences, but there's 3 teams sitting at 5-0 or higher at least. The 3 teams notching 3 wins this season. The Jacksonville has had production from Jacksonville look really good going forward this season. Had a few hard games, obviously coming to London for 2 games, so good to see that they're actually starting to pick up some good wins. Cardinals, Carolina remains the only winless team in the NFL, despite going up 14-0 on the Dolphins early. The Panthers couldn't hang on to the win, and as the Dolphins scored 2 touchdowns on 3 drives, they eventually lost this game. CJ Stroud keeps boasting. The Texans have won 3 of their last 4 games, as much of it is thanks to their work of their rookie quarterback, Stroll, who threw for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 20-13 win over the Saints. With the win, Houston already matched their winning total from last year as they went 3-13-1. Stroud threw his first interception of the season, setting an NFL record in 191 passes without an interception. Rams showed they have options in division to win, yet let's start by saying the NFC West is not a juggernaut it once was. The Cardinals aren't really a threat anymore. The 49ers lost their first game to the Browns, and the Seahawks were in the red zone 5 times against the Bengals on Sunday and only scored once. So when the Rams and the Cardinals have a lackluster first half, it seems quite on brand that the division has a little excitement what the 49ers produced for the first 5 weeks. So that pretty sums up most of what's happened over the last week, and obviously we filled you up to date with all the games that we missed. Next week, likely not to be a podcast. If it is going to be later on in the week, but do check out our social medias for all the latest news and everything you need there. So that's your quick roundup of everything that's gone on in the NFL. Hope you have had a fantastic week. Hope your team has won. As a New York Giants fan, it's not going that well so far. So thank you for listening. Hope you have a fantastic week, and goodbye.
For all the latest news, transfers and football articles, check out thepitchsider.com. It's the place to be. Contact us on our socials. Instagram and Twitter is @thepitchsider, or via email is thepitchsider@hotmail.com.